Hello folks, and welcome to another edition of Wiffle Ball Weekly. I'm here in the NC Wiffle Studios with my partner in crime, Mr. Commissioner Bryson McGee. We're going to give you guys a little bit of information as far as regarding the upcoming schedule. I know in our league update that we,
A preview
into the second half, yeah. And I know we just recently posted our league update as far as the All-Star break. It's been a good couple weeks off.
Yes.
It's been good to kind of just get in the groove of just enjoying life a little bit. But we're excited to get back on the field and get back in action here in about, what we're looking at, 10 days, something like that. So we're going to give you what's coming up, and we got some big news coming towards the end of the show. And as you can see, in our league update, of course, we unveiled the Carolina Crush hat for next season, which is Bryson's team. Tonight we're unveiling the Southeastern Sharks, which will be my team. And those are the only two hats we have right now, but as we cycle through and get more, we'll have them up here at the front of the table to kind of show off during the show. But the upcoming schedule, so obviously Wiffle Ball Weekly on the road, we talked about before we took our little hiatus.
It's been pushed back a couple.
It's been pushed back a couple times. We were supposed to do it this coming weekend, and then we're supposed to do it the third weekend in July, and we had to push it back one more week. So anyway, eventually Wiffle Ball Weekly will be on the road. We will get outside and on the field with the players, hopefully looking at the Midsummer Classic at the end of July. All-Star Week will be that same week. Tuesday, July 21st will be our All-Star Tuesday. We'll have our Derby, our All-Star game, and we'll just have a good time enjoying each other and celebrating the league and where we've come from so far. And then, of course, the Midsummer Classic, which obviously is that following weekend. We're going to have prospects for next year, all the captains from this year, and excluding one, yeah, because and I'll get that here in just a minute. But Brian McGee, the Athletics, he's actually hurt. He's going to be out the rest of the year. You know, he's been hampering that hamstring. Well, originally diagnosed as a hamstring, and then it was a knee, and then it wasn't a knee. Anyway, long story short, it's the meniscus tear, and he's going to have a surgery that can put him out anywhere from 4 to 24 weeks, so 1 to 6 months for those of you who aren't math-oriented like myself. So anyway, so it's going to put him out for the rest of the year, so we're upset about that, but thankfully we've had a prospect step in, willing to get his feet wet a little early, and so we'll be introducing him here in just a few minutes. But opening weekend of the second half, Bryce, if you want to tell them a little bit about that.
Yes, the Blue Jays and Athletics are going to play July 2nd, 2020. It'll be a Thursday afternoon. We'll play that game, and then the Braves and Diamondbacks will open up the second half on Friday night, July 3rd, right before 4th of July. And just hoping for good two opening matchups for the opening weekend of the second half, and hopefully we'll get back in the swing of things. It's been a good couple weeks off. We haven't took a lot of time off because we've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Facts.
But other than that, it's been pretty fun, and we'll get into more on who James Jarrell of the Blue Jays will be playing here next. As we said, Brian McGee will be out for the remainder of this season to get stronger and healthy for next year. We've got a lot coming for next year.
A lot of good stuff coming next year. So I know we unveiled our teams on our last episode right after the team draft, beginning of the month, and so that was obviously a fun time. We had a good time with that. But
I think we mentioned on the league update about the three-man.
I don't know if we did, but we're gonna go ahead and say it now. We're gonna go. So originally, you guys that followed us, we're going from 1v1. Originally, the plan was to go to 2v2. I don't know if we ever made that clear, but we have thankfully had a good stream of prospects coming to the recruiting line, and we're gonna have 3-on-3s. So it'll be a good time. We're gonna have 11 picks in the draft, and we're gonna expand a lot faster than we expected. But it's gonna be one heck of a time. I'm very, very, very excited to see what the classic turns out to be with the prospects and see how that ends up being, because it's gonna be a 13-hour gig with.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a long game.
Not 8 to 10 games, so it's gonna be a good time. We're really excited. We'll have the bracket for that posted up here in a couple weeks as we get closer, probably coming into the 12th or so of July. When we get about 2 weeks out, the plan is to have it July 25th. It's a Saturday, so we'll post the bracket for that. We have it set, we just haven't released it just because we just haven't. That's about it as far as coming up on the second half. We're really excited to get back on the field. Very excited to get back in action. It's been a good time working behind the scenes and kind of not being on the field, but we've put everything we have into behind the scenes for you guys. We're looking forward to what's coming up next. But like we said, we do have a new member, the newest member of North Carolina Wiffle. His name is Devin Moore, and I'll introduce him here in just a second. But we're going to have a little slide picture of him. But he's from Pilot Mountain, like myself, like Ethan, and he's a good kid. Very excited to have him. He's got a lot of potential. He's
very excited to be.
He's very excited to be playing. He's never played Wiffle before, but we're excited to have him. He's very skilled. I've taken BP with him a time or two, and we're very excited to be with him and have him as a part of the league. He's going to be a great addition, and I know that he's going to do well filling in for Brian this year and the next year as he becomes a prospect when Brian steps back up to the captain role for the athletics or for the engineers for next season. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It'll be a good time. So, Mr. Devin Moore is our new member of NCWB. We're very excited to have him. He's got a lot of potential, a lot of excitement, and he's just really excited to get out here and play some ball with us. So, of course, we're never going to say no to somebody who wants to play ball.
Yeah, and I was messaging him earlier in the group chat, and I was just telling him that we were glad to have him, and that he stepped up to fill in for my dad, and he said he was glad to be in the league. So he's got really good potential. He'll be a really good player. I hope. Can't wait to see him play.
He's definitely not backing down for the opportunity. You know, I asked him before we made it official. We haven't officially posted it yet, but you'll see it coming out in the next few days. But anyway, I haven't even, of course, we haven't made it official, but when I asked him about it, I said, would you be interested in hopping in this year? And I know if it was me, I'd be kind of nervous coming in halfway through, but he said I'd be honored. So we're very excited to have him on. He's very humble by the opportunity and looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. He wants to play with me. I don't know what the draft will end up being, so we'll see what happens with that. A lot of good prospects coming through the line.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The recruiting board is looking good. I'm very, very excited for the draft.
I'm nervous on the draft.
You nervous on the draft?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very nervous, but I'm really excited to see.
I'm just glad it's good players that's going to be in, so maybe it'll be balanced.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good time. We got a couple college boys coming in that have played college baseball, and of course baseball's not wiffle. I'm not saying that, but it is baseball and it's fairly similar. But it'll be a good time. I'm very excited for what's coming in the next year because we're going to have, of course, the second half starting up here in about 10 days, and we're going to the countdown's on. We're going to be posting every day, be active as we get back into the groove of things. And
then another thing is, speaking about baseball and wiffle ball, it's two different games. A lot of people just play wiffle ball for fun, but there's a lot of people that take it serious. And it's like a professional sport, and it's just growing and growing. And we'll be. Do you want to tell them?
Oh, what, the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a wiffle ball league out in Arizona. It's called Little League Wiffle Ball, or backyard. It's Little League. It's Little League Wiffle Ball. And they are doing a documentary with wiffle ball leagues around the country. So MLW, Major League Wiffle out of Michigan. Miffley Wiffle out of Spivey's Corner, North Carolina, not too far from us. Ocean Avenue Wiffle Ball League, that's in Jersey, up in Atlantic City.
BYW.
The Backyard Wiffle Ball League that we offer, it's just one big community. We're trying to grow the game, and very excited for them to finish up their video, finish up the clips and editing, and get that posted. We'll definitely make sure to post it to our story on Instagram and see if we can't help spread the word and grow the game. That's what it's all about. It's having a good time with wiffle, and it's a really cool way to get out and meet people and have a good time in the process, and hopefully win you a couple rings.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're gonna start to close down here for tonight, but. We thank y'all as always for your support and for your time. We're very excited about what's happening here in NC Wiffle, and as we go our separate ways tonight, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the first half of the season so far, and the first half of the show. We're very excited about this show and the season in particular because to see where we've come from a year ago when we just kind of threw this thing together, it's unbelievable. We're in love with it. We'll unveil our trophies. We didn't forget about that tonight, but we will do that later on. We actually have a new World Series trophy coming and a Home Run Derby trophy. And then we'll have a plaque coming in the next couple of months. So we'll be on the lookout for that heading towards the off season. But as always, our Instagram is NC_Wiffle. Our YouTube is NC Wiffle Ball. We'll have this posted in the next few days. And then contact is ncmowb@gmail.com. And as always, if we're at comments, questions, concerns, if there's anything you guys want to add, or questions you may have, just feel free to reach out.
And one more thing I was going to say is we might be moving studios. So if we don't post in a week, it might be because we're moving and getting stuff situated.
Yeah, we're going so we're here in the family room in here. We're going to go back, we're going to have our own room. We're going to set our trophies up for our Hall of Fame area, and it's going to be dedicated almost exclusively to wiffle. So we're very excited to make the switch and have something kind of just for us to be, our area for the show and for the league. It's going to be a good time. So
we'll wrap up.
To look where we've been from here, like I said, it's just unbelievable. But Bryson, as always, it's a pleasure being with you. Ethan, thank you behind the scenes. We'll give him credit once we do the credits. But as always, thank y'all, and hope you have a great night.
Yes, sir. See y'all.